In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this little sentiment to go on the front of a card using the Cricut Design Space program. And so let's begin. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a sentiment using nothing but die cuts. And to make the sentiment, you'll be using 3 layers of cardstock. And so I've got a rectangle here to represent an A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just to get the size of an oblong here that I want. And this is about what I want. And so at this point, I can hide my card background, which was just put there for a placer. And how I got this circle is I came to shapes and I came to circle. I unlocked it, and the size that I set was 3.7 inches wide by 4.8 inches tall. And so that makes my oblong here that I'm going to want to use. And I'm going to want one more, so I'm going to duplicate that again. I'm going to put this little cake on here. I'm going to right click, send to front. And where I found this cake is I went to images and I typed birthday cake. Scrolled down and this was it right here. And so that's where I had found the little cake that I'm going to use. Now I've got my 3 oblongs here. To make things simple, I'm going to make them each a different color. And so I'm just going to change their colors so that I can tell them apart. And then I'm just going to click and drag my little piece of cake here where I'm going to want it on the oblong. Then I'm going to type in some text. And I'm going to just say, "You don't look a day over whatever age you're pretending to be." I'm going to set the alignment to center. And I'm just using the Cricut Sans text. And so now I'm going to size this text so that it fits on my oblong. Oops. To about where I want it to be. Maybe a little bit smaller. Just position that. And that looks good just like that. Okay, and I don't need my cake anymore. I just had that there to position it. I'm going to move these 2 oblongs out of the way, and I'll select the text and this oblong, and then I'm going to slice. I'm carefully going to come here, and I'm going to click and drag the original text away. I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to delete it. And so now I have my sliced oblong with these sliced pieces under it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be very careful that I don't move anything in this yellow area. I'm going to move the red over. I am going to really expand this because I want to accidentally move the yellow. I don't want to do that. I want to move the red, and I want to line it up perfectly. And so that's why I am really blowing this up to make sure I've got that lined up really good. Let me zoom back out now. All right, so now I'm going to come over here to my layers view, and this is my sliced yellow. I'm going to hide it. So now I've got the red and then the sliced letters out of there. Now I don't want to slice everything out of here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully select my sliced letters. And then I'm going to select contour. And then I'm going to hide all the contours. Now it's going to hide everyone but the first one here. I'm going to have to select another one back in order to get this one hidden. But what I'm going to want to show are the little pieces in the middle, like the middle of the O here, middle of the O here, this little slot in the E, and this D, and this O. I can come back and hide this W. And so I want to just come this whole text, and wherever there's a little piece that is in there, I want to contour those back in. So those are the little slices that are out of the text. So we'll just do all of these. And then we'll come up here and get the top row. These 2 zeros. And now let's make sure we've got them all. So we'll check these top 2 rows first. And I'll just come through and make sure we've got all those middle areas. And then we'll check the bottom row. Okay, it looks like we got it. So now we'll go ahead and close this window. And now we will select those contoured pieces of the letter and the red piece, and we're going to slice again. Now I'm going to carefully click and slide one of these out, and we'll delete it. We don't need it anymore. I'm going to hide the red, and I'm going to bring the yellow back. And I'm going to select these both again, and I'm going to slice it again. And then I'm going to click and drag the sliced pieces here. I don't need those anymore. And I'll unhide my red. And so here we've got our 3 pieces again. Now we can make them the colors that we really want. So this one and this one is the top and the bottom, and this is the middle piece. Whatever color this is the color of the text. And the top and the bottom should be the same color, so let's make them kind of an orange. And the bottom will make the same color. And we'll leave this one as red. And so now, when you overlay them, we can come up here and we can align them center horizontally and vertically. And you can see you've got perfect text. And we can put our cake back, right click, send to front. And so this way you don't have to worry about when you're cutting these out, having to find and keep those little pieces that are cut out from the inside of each of the letters. And so with just 3 layers cut out, you would cut out your cake, and then you would cut out these 3 pieces. And then that's all you would need, that plus all these. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.